we're kind of still, once again, being left in the dark. I mean, yeah, we all worked in the dark to keep everybody's lights on, and now we're being kept in the dark. I started out at 18. About 6 months after I got out of high school, I started underground, and I was diagnosed a year ago, the age of 34. Progressive massive fibrosis, which is complicated black lung. Basically, I've got big masses in both of my lungs. Depressing, very depressing. My kids, both of them, they mean the world to me. They're everything to me. Playing with my daughter, if she wants me to carry her or something like that, I can't carry her very far without about dying. She likes to go for walks, and I just, it's West Virginia. There's hills everywhere. You can, and it's hard to walk. Dust is kind of the silent killer. You don't put much thought into it when you're young. You see these guys that are, 60s, 70s. They've got black lung and silicosis, and they can't breathe. Keep it in your head that that'll probably be you one day when you're old. But I can tell you, you don't have to be old to get this. You don't want to face that, and everybody's got mouths to feed and families and stuff. So, like I say, with the benefit rates versus what you're making there, which route's better? I mean, yeah, you might still die working there, but you got life insurance and everything else covering that. And if you go from making 6 figures down to nothing, basically you can't afford life insurance. You can't afford all this stuff. So, which is the better way to die, basically, is what it comes down to. See, when I was diagnosed, I didn't know what to do. So I knew that New River, they dealt with black lung and stuff. So I called, and by the grace of God, Lisa answered.
I'm seeing younger miners contract the disease because silica is so much worse for the coal miner than just straight up coal. It's thinner, it's finer, it does more damage to the lungs. The rise that we're seeing, the increase in coal workers' pneumoconiosis, is it's due to silica. And so the coal companies they're going after all the coal seams that they didn't want to go after, and so because they were harder to get to. So, but right now, all that low-hanging fruit is gone, and so now they're going after those thinner coal seams, and they're having to cut through so much more rock to get it. Complicated black lung happens when the dust macules get into the lungs. It causes inflammation, and then that inflammation over time is going to cause a lot of scarring, which inhibits the lungs' ability to oxygenate the body, so that it inhibits these miners' ability to breathe properly, because it's totally disabling black lung that you have. And we're trying to set you up to where when it comes time for a lung transplant, that it's totally paid for.
Yeah, it's scary to face, but I try not to think about it much, and just go on living life what best way that I can. And I mean, I don't regret coal mining at all. I mean, I loved it. I miss it. I would go back right now if at all possible. It's just something that it takes a special kind of person to do. They don't know right now. I'm kind of borderline. So if it gets any worse, then yeah, I have to go on transplant list. Get a lung transplant, I can breathe if I live through it. But what if I don't? Did I cut years off my life because I got it? I mean, but yeah, I probably, when it gets to that point, yeah, I'm probably gonna at least give it a shot for, my kids anyway.